Hey there, it's John Wendler here with Loved by God. And currently we are going through the Bible. All right. Now we are on Genesis chapter 18 right now. But before we dive into that, just a little bit about this channel for those of you who may be new. It's called Loved by God, and it's a place for you to come for encouragement. It's a place for you to come and get built up on the Word of God and for you to find out what God says about you in the Bible. All right. Now, if that sounds amazing, you're going to want to hit subscribe so that you can keep getting these videos and this content as it continues to come out. All right. Well, let's go ahead and dive right in on Genesis chapter 18. Then the Lord appeared to him by the terebinth trees of Mamre, as he was sitting in the tent door in the heat of the day. So he lifted his eyes and looked, and behold, 3 men were standing by him. When he saw them, he ran from the tent door to meet them, and bowed himself to the ground and said, My Lord, if I have now found favor in your sight, do not pass on your way on by your servant. Please let a little water be brought and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree. And I will bring a morsel of bread that you may refresh your hearts. After that you may pass by, inasmuch as you have come to your servant. They said, Do as you have said. So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah and said, Quickly, make ready 3 measures of fine meal, knead it and make cakes. And Abraham ran to the herd, and he took a tender and good calf, and gave it to a young man, and he hastened to prepare it. So he took butter and milk, and the calf which he had prepared, and he set it before them, and he stood by them under the tree as they ate. Then they said to him, Where is Sarah, your wife? So he said, Here in the tent. And he said, I will certainly return to you according to the time of life, and behold, Sarah, your wife, shall have a son. Sarah was listening in the tent door which was behind him. Now Abraham and Sarah were old, well advanced in age, and Sarah had passed the age of childbearing. Therefore Sarah laughed within herself, saying, After I have grown old, shall I have pleasure, my Lord being old also? And the Lord said to Abraham, Why did Sarah laugh, saying, Shall I surely bear a child, since I am old? Is anything too hard for the Lord? At the appointed time I will return to you according to the time of life, and Sarah shall have a son. But Sarah denied it, saying, I did not laugh, for she was very afraid. And he said, No, but you did laugh. Then the men rose from there and looked towards Sodom, and Abraham went with them to send them on the way. And the Lord said, Shall I hide from Abraham what I am doing? Since Abraham shall surely become a great and mighty nation, and all the nations of the earth shall be blessed in him. For I have known him, in order that he may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of the Lord, to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring to Abraham what he has spoken to him. And the Lord said, Because the outcry against Sodom and Gomorrah is great, and because their sin is very grave, I will go down now and see whether they have done altogether according to the outcry against it that has come to me, and if not, I will know. Then the men turned away from there and went towards Sodom, but Abraham still stood before the Lord. And Abraham came near and said, Would you also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Suppose they were 50 righteous within the city. Would you also destroy the place and not spare it for the 50 righteous that were in it? Far be it from you to do such a thing as this, to slay the righteous with the wicked, so that righteous should be as the wicked. Far be it from you. Shall not the judge of all the earth do right? And so the Lord said, If I find in Sodom 50 righteous within the city, then I will spare the place for their sakes. And then Abraham answered and said, Indeed, who am I but dust and ashes? Have taken it upon myself to speak to the Lord. Suppose there were 5 less than 50 righteous. Would you destroy all of the city for a lack of 5? And so he said, if I find there 45, I will not destroy it. And he spoke to him yet again and said, suppose there should be 40 found there. And so he said, I will not do it for the sake of 40. And then he said, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak. Suppose 30 should be found there. So he said, I will not do it to find 30 there. And he said, indeed, now I have taken it upon myself to speak to the Lord. Suppose 20 should be found there. So he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of 20. And he said, let not the Lord be angry, and I will speak but once more. Suppose 10 should be found there. And he said, I will not destroy it for the sake of 10. So the Lord went his way as soon as he had finished speaking with Abraham, and Abraham returned to his place. That was Genesis chapter 18. Pray that God would just open up his heart and his desires as you listen, as you read, as you go alongside of these verses. Know that he loves you and he cares about you. Pray that the eyes of your heart would just be opened to what he's truly saying here in these passages. If you enjoyed this content and if you're looking to connect, I've got a few ways for you to do it. First way is that we do have a prayer request form. If you want to go ahead and just fill that out, it's an easy way for us to connect, and you will get prayer. Second way is you can sign up on our list for email reminders. You will get heads up when new content is coming out. Third thing is just a little Bible study tool. It's just a place for you to go and just write down and put out what God is speaking to you through these verses. I pray that this has been a blessing for you, and I look forward to seeing you on the next chapter. God bless.